Hello everyone, it is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in today's live stream, I will be tuning into Reddit. I haven't checked Reddit all day, so I'll be seeing all these Reddit posts for the first time, just as you will be on the stream, so we can all react to it together. Make sure that you jump into that live chat, that way we can all talk about what's going on Reddit together. Real quick, I had a quick update. So I posted a picture of myself on r/equal attraction, which is a subreddit specifically for you post a picture of yourself and then they try to post a picture of someone of the opposite sex that's equally attractive to you. So I've been waiting for them to post a picture of essentially a girl that they think is equally attractive to me, and they've yet to do it. But we have a reply to that post, so at least we know that post is getting attention. Someone said, "You look like Kanye and Childish Gambino combined." I thank them for the compliment, but we're still hoping that one day we'll get to see whatever female Jet is supposed to be, or a girl that is of equal attractiveness to Jet. The world may never know. Monkey D. Luffy said, "Hello, my brother." Yo, Monkey D. Luffy, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Kirby said, "Are those sharks with laser beams attached to their heads?" That quote. What is that quote from? The sharks with laser beams attached to their heads. That sounds very familiar. And then Tangent said, "I'm back." And he said, "thick," with two C's. So let's move out of r/equal attraction and back to the main Reddit feed. Tangent said, "Someone agrees that he looks like Gambino/Glover." I hear that a lot. Monkey said, "You do look like Kanye and Gambino combined." I don't know. I don't think Kanye's attractive. I feel like saying it's a combination of me and Kanye makes it less. It feels like less of a compliment. I'd rather someone say I look like Gambino than I look like Gambino and Kanye. I'm like, I think Kanye looks kind of ugly. Then Kirby said, "Austin Powers and Gold member." I've yet to actually see an Austin Powers movie, but I must have at least seen that scene out of context. I just said context. Then Tangent said, "No, they're fins, and it's Dr. Evil from Austin Powers." Let's see. Ask Reddit said, "Those of you who work as language translators/interpreters." Ooh, this already sounds like something that Maddie would be into. This is what she wants to do for a career. "What is the most awkward, uncomfortable conversation that you've had to convey?" Let's check out some of the top posts from this. So we got a silver post. "My elderly parents spoke English very poorly, and I often translated for them. After my father passed away, I took my mother to the Social Security office to take care of paperwork. One of the questions they asked was whether there were any other potential beneficiaries of my father's benefits, such as other children or ex-wives. Being an only child, I immediately answered no. My mother asked me what the question was. I interpreted with my answer. She looked at me sheepishly and then answered, 'That's not exactly correct.' It was then at the age of 50 in the Social Security building that I learned that my father had previously been married and had had a child. Mother and baby died during childbirth." Whoa, that is really rough. At the age of 50, she was 50 years old and learned that she had lost a potential sibling and that her father had previously married. That's keeping it on the down low. That's pretty sad. Let's see. Tangent said, "Just cause his politicals people say that he's a race traitor." What was that from? And then he said, "Sharks with freaking laser guns." And then he said, "What's Gold member?" And then he said, "Hey Kirby, hey Monkey." And then Kirby said, "At Tangent, hiya." So let's see. So that post was very surprising. That's a plot twist on your whole life. To learn something about your family you never knew at 50. That would be such a serious thing. I'm trying to see if there are any other silver or gold posts on here. "I want to know how to say the erection is going on too long with Viagra." To which then someone said, "Currently studying at Gallaudet. This is my take on it." And they posted a picture on Imgur. I don't want to click that picture, even though it got silver and gold. Rather not. Let's see. In the live chat, Tangent said, you could have just said, hey, you didn't have to quote me. And he's like, just kidding. And then he said, when do you think girls stop being fertile? Um, Menopause? Is that what menopause is? I don't remember what menopause is. And then Tangent said, it's from Kanye. And he said, same with dudes. For dudes, I don't think you stop being fertile. It's just harder to use your penis. Then Kirby said, I hope a creepypasta character didn't come from the sibling. Oh, it didn't come for the sibling. First I thought you said from. I was like, origin story? And then Tangent said, yeah, Kirby. Let's see. We got an r slash equal attraction. This one's interesting because they asked, are we a match? They're like, do you think we're equally attractive to each other? I would say no. I think Homeboy has a nice beard, but I do think his beard makes him less attractive than the girl that he is with. I don't know. It's... Okay, so notice how with my beard, there's like hair that comes up here, but that hair doesn't come up like my whole side of the face to like make it like darker. A lot of times I end up getting like that cut down when it starts to grow like a little too much up my face. Well, I think his beard is nice. I like the fact that he grows that up, because not everyone does that. I like the fact that he grows it up. I just feel like it takes away from his attractiveness, and that if he shaved his beard, he might be able to match well with her. But I don't know, because he's presentable, and like most other fashion. But I feel like the beard just is killing it for him to match up with his significant other. But let's look to see what other people said. Someone said, actually, yeah, you both look great together. Then they said, yeah. Then they said father-daughter. And then they said whelp. And it's like, I take that as a no. Sorry. Father-daughter, I think, would be awkward. I don't think you would go on r slash equal attraction and go, am I as equally attractive as my daughter? Or vice versa. Am I as equally attractive as my dad? It's like, what? Why would you ask that? I just think that'd be weird. Let's see. Then Tangent said, for both genders, you can have kids even when elderly, surprisingly. And then he said, no, dude's obviously hotter. Then Monkey said, so you're saying he should shave a bit? Yeah, I think if he's trying to match attractiveness with her, he should shave a bit. But if he doesn't care about that kind of thing, rock that beard, dude. Be proud of it. I understand why you're rocking the beard. Then Tangent said, maybe a bit. Just a bit. Just like this part. And I think he'd be golden. Let's see. So going back to the main Reddit feed, scrolling through Reddit today. Okay, so today I learned, if your dog stares at you while they poop, they probably think of you as their mommy. This is because dogs maintain an exposed position while relieving themselves. Eye contact with someone they view as a protector makes them feel safe, especially at a time when they're most vulnerable. Believe it or not, I have specifically gone out of my way with my dog to never look at them as they use the restroom. Since I first got my dog as a puppy, I don't look at him. And I've always done it because I was like, I feel like he deserves his privacy. So if he's going to use the restroom, I'm not going to stare at him while he uses the restroom. Maybe he looks at me, I wouldn't know, because I don't look at him when he does it. But that's interesting. And then Monkey said eye contact when they poop. That sounds right. Aw, snap. We got a would you rather. Would you rathers, I think, are like some of the best shit on Reddit when it comes to talking. When it comes to talking about shit on Reddit. Tangent said, you have a dog? I do have a dog. My dog's name is Brownie. He's a really small dog. He has black fur for the most part. He has a little bit of brown fur on his belly. The reason why you guys have never really seen my dog, he lives with my mom. You're not really allowed to have dogs on campus unless it's for medical reasons, like a support animal kind of thing. So that's why it's very unlikely that you guys would ever really see my dog on stream. I hang out with my mom maybe every 2 weeks or so. But mom's camera shy. She's not a fan of being on video. So I normally don't stream or film or anything when I'm at my mom's house. Let's see. The Monkey said, so you've been making your dog feel unsafe. Then Tangent said, look at him then. And then he said, more would you rather. Okay, let's jump into that. Would you rather? So would you rather have access to the Harry Potter spell Accio, which allows drawing an item towards yourself, or access to Wingardium Leviosa, which allows you to float things. So would I rather be able to float things in general, or just be able to move things toward me? So would I rather have force pull or levitate? I think Wingardium Leviosa, while it seems harder to say and to cast, it just seems better than Accio. I don't know. I could see myself being like, I need to get something out of my way or to incapacitate something dangerous. Like, let's say there's a threat between me and what I need to get to. I would want to be able to make that threat float in the air so I can just effortlessly move past that threat. And then maybe the threat could even, when it landed, like take damage. Maybe it falls wrong or something like that. Or if I need to like move a box off of a switch, or like there's a heavy door that's lifted upwards and I need to like lift the door up. I feel like more likely than not, I just want to lift something up. I don't want to pull something toward me. And if it's something dangerous that I just want out of the way, I don't want to move a dangerous thing toward me. I just want it to float upward. I just feel like you could cuck yourself moving something to you, but you can't cuck yourself by making something float. There's no like downside to making it float, just in general in the air. But there is a downside if you bring something to you and then it ends up being like a grenade and it blows up or some shit like that. Let's see. So let me check the live chat. Serena said, how have I never met your dog? And I grew up in the same neighborhood with you. Shake my head. You've never met my dog? I didn't realize that you never met my dog. I guess because we never really hung out at my house. You know what I mean? We would always hang out at Connor's. And then Tangent said, mine is Lucky, a super gentle pit bull. He said, when playing with my dad, he goes all out. With my 2-year-old sister, he barely touches her. That's nice. He understands his boundaries. Then Tangent said, now we just need Texas, and it's like the other stream. Then Monkey said, does drawing items towards you include drawing things away from you too? Now, if it include pushing and pulling, Accio's sounding a little bit better. It has utility. You could use it to like flick switches and shit like that. But just pulling toward, I'm not about that life. Pulling stuff towards you is not good enough. Then your boy Tangent said, Wingardium Leviosa. And then he said, if so, monk, be gone, thought, and you just push people away. Then Monkey said, no. And he said, bruh, Jet, floating things is lame. Look at My Hero Academia, that girl that floats stuff. She puts in work. Don't act like she doesn't put in work. I think there's plenty of stuff you can do with floating stuff. You could set up traps. You could, like, float a whole bunch of rocks in the air or something. And then when your opponent walks in the room, they feel safe. And then you're like, and then all the rocks fall on them. You could hide yourself or other things by making them, like, float toward the ceiling. And then maybe you release the float while you're like over a bed or something and you like land. I just feel like floating things has so many applications where Accio specifically just lets you get stuff. Oh, I need to pick up the TV remote. Some lazy ass shit I can just normally do. I got the TV remote. Or I need to like get the TV remote from under the couch and you like lift the whole couch. Which honestly sounds dangerous. For that, you actually would rather have Accio. I don't know, would you? Would you? You're doing the same thing, but at least you can use Wingardium Leviosa for other shit, though. I don't know. I still gotta go with that Wingardium, though. Wingardium's pretty neat. Then Tangent said, by the way, Monk, I told that weird story because my bro came in here and said the name of the god who was the kid. And the monkey said, okay. And then he said, yeah, I'd float stuff if I can't force push items. Yeah, if you can't go back and forth, I can't see it. Then Tangent said, oh my gosh, imagine getting to the moon with Wingardium Leviosa. You'd die. If you, like, magically floated yourself into space, you just wouldn't have oxygen. You just not breathe and die. Then Serena said, but can it pull Skinny's mom? Oh, and then you said old memes. Oh, I mean, calm down with the Skinny's mom jokes. That's so old. That's a very old joke. And then Tangent said, wouldn't floating include dropping? So it's like a force choke. I didn't think about that, but can you do stuff like target somebody's neck? Like, just, I'm only trying to float your neck, but it happens to be connected to the rest of your body. And I was like, oh, fuck, they're floating my neck. I don't know. Wingardium Leviosa does sound like it's pretty good. It just seems like it's better than just pulling stuff towards you. As long as you use it creatively, I think you can do interesting shit. Osseo sounds like it would also be pretty good in a fight, though, now that I think about it. What if you, like, target somebody's, like, eye or, like, a tooth, and you, like, pull it towards you with Osseo? That'd be some shit. You could definitely incapacitate someone with that. So, I still am going to say Wingardium Leviosa, but Osseo has, like, some things it can do with it. You know, it has its uses. Then Monkey D. Luffy said float a 2,000-pound rock, so you're technically the strongest man in the world. You could totally fake being the strongest person. You can always just lift it by, like, doing the Wingardium Leviosa, and then just, like, have, like, whatever it is go up. And people will always think you're kidding when you, like, say Wingardium Leviosa when you do your lift. People will be like, oh, he's making, like, a Harry Potter joke. And you're like, yeah, it's just a joke. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Tangent said Skinny's mom. He said, don't you mean Stacy's mom? Who's got it going on? Skinny's mom is an old joke from a Jackbox TV stream that we did. It was pretty funny. We went a little too far with the Skinny's mom thing. Then Kirby said, you're thinking too hard. Psh, that's the whole point of Would You Rather, is to think too hard. Tangent said, dude, imagine weightlifting. Barely lift so it looks like you're super strong. And then he said, hey, Kirby. Then Monkey said, pull someone's heart towards you. Make that shit skip a beat. So I think Osseo has its uses, if you can use it on people like that. I'm not sure if you can or you can't, but I do think it would be dope. And then Tangent said, just a joke, and then he said, Wingardium Leviosa. Let's see what other people said. I feel like I have an unpopular opinion. I feel like people are going to be like Osseo, but I don't know. I don't think Osseo is good enough. And then Tangent said, there's no such thing as thinking too hard. Let's hit up those comments. Those comments. So the top comment is just someone saying Osseo. Then the next one's definitely Osseo. I'm lazy, plus I lose everything. Then it's like Osseo bum. Then it's like, can I float things towards myself? And it just doesn't say anything. Then it said Osseo, I lose everything and I'm lazy and I procrastinate. Then one person said I want Wingardium Leviosa. Let's see the person who, like, agrees. They just kind of did it for the meme. Then someone said Wingardium Leviosa, most definitely. You never know when you have to knock out a troll in some random-ass bathroom with their own club. Most effective spell, I think. I feel like it has a lot of promise. It just makes more sense to get Wingardium Leviosa. It's like a utility-based spell. Osseo is also utility, but it's too specific. You need general power spells so that you can apply them to more situations. Let's see. Then Serena said, you're right. And then Tangent said, who, Jet? And then Serena said, you, Tangent. And then Tangent's like, oh, cool. Then someone said, I wonder if Osseo could be used offensively, like Osseo Brainstem or Osseo Heart. So they're getting into what we were talking about like pulling like body parts with it. Let's see how people responded. And then someone said, my heart now, bitch. Yaga. Osseo Heart. Let's see. Someone said, I think you need to have familiarity with the object in order for it to work. If you just said Osseo Heart, it's just as likely that your own heart would shoot out of your body and into your hand. And then someone said, except that one time Hermione summoned the book Voldemort learned how to make Horcruxes from, straight from Dumbledore's office, even without having seen it previously, just by saying, Osseo Horcrux book. Although it's possible Dumbledore previously put a spell on it to be easily summoned by the three of them with his scary skills with foresight that rivals Trelawney's genuine predictions. I don't know, based on that feat, it makes it sound like if you're good enough, you can pull anything. Wingardium Leviosa, because then I could make myself float, and floating is technically flying. Not really. If you have no in-air control, it's kind of not worth it. Let's see. Tangent said, by the way, I feel like your name's a reference to a meme. He said, I don't know how to spell it. He said, but Osseo car keys. I see what you did there. Then Serena said, one time I posted to r/roastme, and only like 5 people commented, and they were all really lame and uncreative. try r/toast me, which is the opposite, where people just compliment you and see if the compliments are good. Maybe it's better. They keep recommending it to me, but I don't want to get toasted, nor am I particularly interested in toasting other people. And then Tangent said, what's going on with that heart? You get it from a clown store? That heart? That here? That... Maybe he is talking about the... Maybe he meant to say hair. Did you get that hair from a clown store? And then he said, I suck at insults. I don't know. I feel like... What is the best insult? The best insult, I guess, is one that you agree with. So the best insult is when someone, like, shits on you, and it's something that you genuinely feel bad about in terms of yourself, so it, like, actually fucks with you. You're like, damn, that's just how I feel, and you are right. Like, you got me to my core. I think the things that upset me the most are normally when people get on to me about something, but it's unwarranted. Almost like you get in trouble, but it's like, it doesn't make sense that you got in trouble. I've had friends, like, say that I'm not necessarily, like, creative. I had one friend who was trying to get me to help him with a superhero that was based on lotion, and another friend was like, why'd you ask him? You should have asked me. I like, draw characters all the time. And my friend who wanted me to do the character was like, well, he, like, writes books all the time, like, in credit to me. It's like, he, like, is making characters and superheroes all the time. So, of course, I picked him. And then the other friend just went on about how, like, I'm not as creative and I don't do as much. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I just feel like if it's something that you can easily debate against, and you just feel like the other person doesn't have credibility for, that's when I get upset. I'm like, I don't understand why you said that, because I just feel like you can't back up what you said. It's just a bad argument. And then, let's see. Monkey said, you get roasted. Then Tangent said, r/wildebeest memes. Then Serena said, is r/toastme really a thing? Yeah, it gets recommended to me on Reddit. And then Tangent said, I meant hair, not heart. And then Tangent said, your mom gay. Then Monkey said, when they target something that's true and you're self-conscious about it. Then Tangent said, I think it's a real thing. Yeah, r/toastme is a thing. Then Tangent said, my grandmother says stuff that isn't true, like earplugs deform your ears. And then he said, so Monk, like you're fat, something like that. And he said, nah, lol, I'm 135. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. So we were looking at Osseo, and we were looking at Harry Potter spells, and everybody just says Osseo. This one person said, definitely Osseo. Wingardium Leviosa is cool for showing off, but at least 3 times a week, I keep wishing I could just Osseo my glasses, keys, phone, charger, wallet from my room as I'm walking out. I don't know. You could also just keep them handy. Just always have them within arm's reach. So you just have your wallet, keys, or whatever just around. I still don't think Osseo is that good. But I get why people are picking it. It sounds like the better thing on the surface. You just got to use them creatively. Tangent says he's 120 pounds. Then Tangent said, when you go to Serena's channel, why her pic different than the multicolored hair thing? Sometimes when you change your profile picture, it'll look one way in a live chat, but it'll look differently on your channel when people, like, actually visit your channel. So that is a thing. Okay, we got recommended communities. So r/alternative art is just people drawing characters in different styles than how they're normally drawn. So you'll see, like, Galactus drawn as Kirby. You'll just see stuff like that. Or Hellboy drawn in whatever style this is. Or a thing I don't know, so I wouldn't understand that it was a different art style. Oh, that's a cute Hellboy. The reason why I don't subscribe to alternative art is because I'm just not particularly that interested in seeing things drawn in different styles. I think it's okay. But it's not good enough to get me to actually subscribe to it. Let's see. Serena said, I recently changed the drawing on my YouTube. Okay, fair enough. And then Tangent said, oh, cool. Then Kirby said, yay, Kirby. And then Tangent said, so Jet. Like when I switched from Michael Cera to the Down Syndrome Wildebeest? Yeah, exactly. Then Serena said, I realize everything on my channel is just old, so I have an old profile picture for this channel, but I'm not going to change it. I feel like it's like a brand thing, so I'm going to stick to it. Then Tangent said, "Hey Kirby, you never told us you ate planets." You know, that actually is very fitting for Galactus to be Kirby. Whoop. Oh, and when I decide I'm not going to subscribe to a particular subreddit, I need to exit out of it. Yeah, there we go, so that it stops recommending it to me. Next up is r/imaginary maps. It's just people drawing maps of like fictional places. Not that interested, to be honest. I'm not that into maps. I mean, like, I feel like I'd really have to care about cartography for me to get into imaginary maps. r/absolutely not me in real life. I still don't understand the purpose of. r/oddly satisfying is like, okay. r/terrible Facebook memes. They're terrible Facebook memes. I can just find those on Facebook. r/interesting as fuck are things that are really interesting. Don't know why I'm not subscribed to this one. A Siberian bear hunting suit. So the concept is if the bear fucks with you in any way, that bear is ultra fucked. Seems hard to put on. I don't know how you put on a Siberian bear hunting suit. Do they use weapons when they hunt bears with that? Or do they just try to hug the bear? Like, because you could just use your whole body. Why have I never seen a Siberian hunting suit used in combat to just fight another person? Feel like you would definitely fuck that person up. Well, I mean, if they had like a real weapon, they got you. But like in close quarters combat, you can probably goot them. You could punch someone with that, right? And your fist slide across their face, and then your arm just slices through that shit. You just cut like half their face off, just two-face them with a punch. That's just a particularly deadly suit. Imagine if you could only get one piece of that outfit to be like a part, like to own for yourself. What piece would you pick? I personally, if I could only have one piece of that outfit to own in real life, I'd pick that jacket. I don't know. Jacket seems hard to put on, but I feel like it's an interesting form of defense offense to have. Ugh. I just imagined you get like kicked in the crotch, but not with the foot. They like put their leg like in between, but their leg is like covered in those spikes or whatever. That'd be rough. Let's see. So let me scroll up. Kirby said with the miracle fruit, Kirby can eat planets. Then Tangent said, lol. He said he had Michael Cera for like a solid 2 months as his profile picture. Excuse me. Then Monkey said Kirby can eat everything. Then Tangent said not kidnapped as a profile pic. Then Monkey said Kirby versus Thanos, easy clap. Then Tangent said, really? I thought it was other Kirby species thing. He said, I never played Kirby, so... And then Monkey said, nah, I'm just kidding. Then Tangent said, you know, the Iron Maiden was just a coffin with spikes. And then he said he'd go for the torso. Yeah, I'd also go for that jacket if I could get it. Monkey said the weak spots seem to be the neck or crotch or waist. It looks like there are spikes that go up the pants, like even in the inner inside leg. What are the weak spots? I would agree that this neck part is exposed. The separation where the belt is between like the jacket and the pants are exposed. I don't think there are gloves, so it seems like they could hit your hands. They could fuck your hands up. So I mean, it's not like in a unstoppable defense or anything. But pretty solid. I feel like that mask screws up your ability to just do anything. I feel like it's probably very hard to see while wearing that helmet. Tangent said, when I saw Zombieland the first time, I thought Jesse Eisenberg was Michael Cera for like the whole movie. And then Tangy said, spiky belt. It looks like the belt is one of the only things that doesn't have spikes on it, but a spiky belt would suck for an ass whooping. It really would. That sounds horrible. Mom has belts that have like little divots in them, like little metal divots. I've gotten ass whoopings with that before, but that's nothing like spikes that are made to like hurt bears. Then Tangent asked, did Serena and Kirby leave? I don't think so. And then Nani said, what is that? It's a Siberian bear hunting suit. We started talking about the suit. We got really into it. That jacket, I think, is kind of fresh. Not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind owning that jacket. I just don't know how I would put it on. I don't know how anyone puts any of this on. Better be gloves for it. I am a little curious to see what people said in the comment section. Let's see. There's a lot of question whether this was actually real. Interesting. Someone said, in my opinion, someone probably just made it in the 1900s as a joke and as a talking piece rather than for actually hunting bears. So real suit, but it's unlikely that the suit was ever actually used to hunt bears. Let's see. Someone said the guy who made it was probably really sincere, but not all that bright. Kind of like the more modern version. And then someone said this is from Project Grizzly, and it's a full-length documentary about this guy's quest to build a grizzly bear-proof suit. What? What? I want to see this modern version. The fuck does it look? Oh, another YouTube video? Don't cuck me. Rather not, then. Oh. Okay, let me open that back up. That's interesting, though. I didn't know that someone went on a quest to make a modern grizzly bear-proof suit. Let's see. So then Kirby said, I'm still here. Then Monkey said, I still would be scared of bears and that shit. I don't know. I think a bear wouldn't fuck with you too hard after they got pricked like once. I don't think that... They just have to try to swing at you. And I think they'd be like, this isn't a good idea. Then Monkey said, suit, not shit, but it works. Then Serena said, I'm here. He said, went on my own Reddit for a second. Then Tangent said, everyone, if you got one item to have as a homeless person, what would it be? One item? Does it have to be real or fictional? I like how Monkey said, a home. Then Tangent said, okay. Then Serena said, r/toast me seems to be boring. I want people to roast me like their roommate's annoying cat. But they won't. But they wouldn't. I don't know. You just gotta find people who are willing to roast you. I feel like that's the issue with r/equal attraction. r/equal attraction needs to almost be like AI that looks at your picture and then tries to match it with an equally attractive other person, and then people in the comment section discuss whether or not the AI did it right. When you have to wait for people to do it, sometimes there are just a lot of posts of people's pictures, and then like no really good comments and no one posting pictures was like the whole point of it. Let's see. Tangent said the modern grizzly suit is called a bulletproof vest jet. Then Serena said one item as a homeless person, probably a container for water. Interesting. Then Tangent said, why would I roast my cat? Which is actually a pretty legitimate question. And then Tangent said, if you want people to roast you, go to YouTube. Ooh, that was a pretty solid comeback, to be honest. What was I thinking about? I mean, Serena, you got roasted once on that Dragon Ball Facebook thing, right? You posted something on Facebook about Dragon Ball, and then someone like get on you about it. And then Tangent said, cool, but I agree with Monkey. I'd probably want a house. Can it be like a real thing or a fake thing? As like an item to have as a homeless person, like one thing. Then Tangent said that or money. I mean, that just makes you not homeless anymore. And then Tangent said maybe in China. Did you say in China? Ooh, I wouldn't want to be homeless in China. That sounds awful. That sounds worse than being homeless in most places. Serena said, wouldn't be homeless if you had a home. And then Nani was like, oof. Let's see. The vine, a botanical prosthetic arm tentacle with 26 individual vertebrae. What the fuck? What? It's a tentacle prosthetic arm that looks like a vine? She needs a whole chair for her fucking arm. You know she can't lift that glass off the table. Gotta drink it with the other hand. Imagine slapping somebody in the face with your prosthetic vine arm. That is quite interesting. 26 individual vertebrae. How easy is it to control the vine's movements? You know when she grips that glass, she's nervous as fuck. Let's see. Then Tangent said, stop defying my logic. He said, hey, anyone who will answer, what's the weirdest dream you've had? Ever? How would I know? How would I feel like most dreams are weird. I don't remember what dream would like stick out so much. Then Monkey said, "What the fuck? Why is that girl so thick?" And he put like one C and no K. She has an okay butt. I didn't notice until you were like, "Why is she so thick?" Because when she was sitting on the couch, I was like, "She doesn't look that thick." But when you see her sitting on the stool, she looks okay. Uh, then Tangent said, "That's appropriate." And then he said, "Who?" And then Serena said, "I could also choose something like an invention that I could sell as a homeless person." Then Monkey said, "Are you sure she can control that arm?" I imagine that the arm has like a controller on the inside. Like, I think she still has a hand. I think it's a prosthetic that you put over a normal arm. I don't think you like have your arm amputated and then you go, "Doctor, can I have a tentacle?" And then the doctor's like, "Hey, whatever you want, new arm. Here's your robot tentacle." So I think it's like a cosplay piece, and you like mess with controls with your fingers to make the arm bend in the directions you want. If it's not that, and you control it with like a stub, I'd be very curious how that works. Like how you're able to manipulate it in that way. I don't see like a headset or anything to like collect like mind input. Uh, so I think that's very fascinating. I am curious how that controls. I'm sure there are more answers in the comment section. Then Tangent said lol, and he said that's fair. And he said he'll be right back. And then Nani said, "Where is the voodoo stream?" Maddie is currently reading a voodoo book. When we went to the magic store, she talked to one of the owners of the magic store, and she said she's going to try and get Maddie set up with someone who can talk to the Loas, which are like the voodoo spirits, and see if the Loas will accept Maddie as a voodoo practitioner. And now Maddie is kind of nervous because she wants to be good enough to do voodoo. She doesn't want to be turned down by the spirits. So she's currently going through like the Loa trials is what I'm calling it. She's going through like a weird arc in her life. And the monkey said, "Yo, give me that tentacle arm and my other arm are robot arms." You just have like two prosthetic arms. The tentacle arm seems interesting. If it was like strong and it could like fold like that, I think it would be really cool. Let's see. Tangent said, "I don't want to know what you want that arm for." The top comment is Weeb's heavy breathing. For what, a tentacle job? I don't think that would be appealing. That would be like having a weird foldable dick on your dick. I would not want that at all. Amputee porn just got a lot more interesting. I see a lot of these are going in that direction. Don't tell the Japanese about this. Yep, all of it's going in that direction. I like the response. Who do you think invented it? Grass sword. Grass sword. grass sword. That's a very floppy sword. I don't know about grass sword. Then Monkey said, "Oh god, the hentai." Then Tangent said, "If you had a tentacle arm, scientists would probably dissect you. Not if it was a robot tentacle arm." You should probably just take it off. Let's see, the National Museum of Scotland. Why are they the ones posting the image of this arm? That is interesting, though, not gonna lie. And then Tangent said the Japanese probably made it. This 2D image was produced by Cimoscope, a device that records a dolphin's echolation signals and turns them into a visual image that shows us how dolphins see. In this image, the dolphin sees a human diver. Oh, okay. People look weird to dolphins. I don't think it's that interesting. I don't know what people were thinking dolphins saw, but that seems about right. Let's see. In Shanghai, a unique underground hotel opened last month. It utilizes an abandoned quarry, and the bottom two levels are completely underwater. That's futuristic as fuck. I'd rather see pictures from the underwater levels, like looking outside. Imagine being in your hotel and just being like underwater. I think that's cool. And it's underground in a weird way. It's like it's built into like a cliff face. It doesn't feel as underground as if it was like completely submerged and you had to like go down like an elevator or a stairwell into like an underground portion. It looks like you enter from above ground I mean, it is underground in the same conventional way. It's just the fact that you can see most of it from above ground makes it feel less mysterious. It doesn't feel like a secret lair that you enter and you like go below. It's like you can see the big ass hotel, like the whole time. I feel like the most interesting part is the part about the extra floors underwater. I think that's cool. Let's see. Then Tangent said, "Adventure time." Then Monkey said, "Make all my arms and legs tentacles so I can just flop around." That seems very hard to move. That reminds me of like Squidbillies. Then Tangent said, "Sorry, brother got out." He said, "Would you risk your life for a Twinkie?" No, I would not risk my life for a Twinkie. I think Twinkies are okay at best. Then Monkey D. Luffy said, "It would be cool, but I would be scared knowing I'm underwater." I don't know. I feel like if they were to have a underground hotel that also had an underwater portion, we're so advanced in technology now, I feel like they've got their shit together. And if something did happen and you survived, you could sue and know they had a lot of money. Tangent said, "Hey, anyone got a religion they want to introduce me to?" That's a very interesting question. Siberia at negative 47 degrees Celsius. The gas inside of the cord got frozen? Like, did it, like, freeze the thing itself in place? Because that's kind of ballin'. That is interesting. I wonder what happens to, like, the frozen gas. If you try to pump it, will it flow? Probably not. It's probably stopped up. Is gas as usable after it's been frozen? Or do you think it loses some of its, like, efficiency by being frozen? I don't really know. Then Tangent said, "I got one. Flying Spaghetti Monster." My dad actually wrote a reggae song about a flying spaghetti monster, and he posted it on his channel. I think the religion around flying spaghetti monsters is called Pastafarian, and it already had like a reggae sounding names. So how gym lines are painted. Okay, I mean that makes sense. It's similar to what you do with a compass. It's just a compass with paint. So that makes plenty of sense. A gorilla skeleton next to a human skeleton. Gorillas truly are big boned. That's just actually factual. The way their breastbones look is weird. It's like a weird upside down heart shape. Seems uncomfortable. Let's see. Wild elephant salutes the men who rescued the baby elephant from the ditch. Salutes them. Let me see that salute. Is it just them lifting their trunk up? Or do they like lift like an arm up to their head and like salute like people? I know elephants are super intelligent. So they like raise the trunk. Like, "Hey, thanks. Appreciate it." I feel like I'm gonna miss it. I feel like I think it's the trunk lift and then they're gonna do something more interesting. That might be it. They just lift the trunk to say thank you and then they leave. That's okay. Let's see. Monkey said you can throw hot water in the air and it freezes in midair. True if it's cold enough. And then Tangent said it might heat up and blow up. And then he said, "Your dad's channel?" Yeah, my dad has a channel where he used to do music. My dad recently has a ear issue that he's going through, where a lot of sounds that used to be like normal for you and me, for him are too loud, and it causes him like physical pain. So to watch movies, he has to wear earplugs, and he doesn't make music anymore. So the stuff on his channel is probably like the only music dad will have on his channel ever. But my channel is Nickabenson, all one word, and his channel is Tony L. Benson, all one word. Then Monkey said, "Dude, their pelvic bones are huge." Serena said, "Oh, that's so cool." Tangent said, "Some of us are more Neanderthal than others." Then he said, "Apparently elephants understand sign language, so..." And he said, "An orangutan once saved a baby human from drowning and returned it." A lot of animals are smarter than you might imagine. That is actually adorable. I'm surprised this is on r/interesting as fuck instead of on r/awe. But I like that the sibling tries to give it a pacifier. It doesn't try to give it a pacifier. The sibling just straight up does give the baby a pacifier. It's just very adorable. And also, does it succeed in calming down the baby? Like, does it work? Yeah, the baby calms down in the end. Color changing ink. Let's check that out. It looks like it goes from like blue to purple to maybe like pink. It almost has like a space look to it as it changes between the glittery colors. Ooh, it has some yellow in there after pink. What's after yellow? Yellow might be the end of it. So in the end, it makes that color. It looks like it changes layers of color rather than changing the whole thing. So I thought in the end it was all going to look yellow. Instead, in the end, you just see all the different layers reveal themselves. Tangent said, oh. Then Serena said, I think I'm going to sleep pretty soon. May have Kaylee and David over tomorrow before work for some Detroit Become Human. Oh, ballin', sounds fun. I hope you sleep well and have a wonderful time hanging out with Dozer and K-Leg. Tangent said, how does a baby figure out how to wiggle their fingers? I think some things are like, you just kind of know. I think babies do a lot of experimentation just moving around with their body. Then Nani said, hell yeah, boys. He said, it's a Nickabenson stream. And then Nani said, what pen is that? What pen is that? I think they're just using a quill, but the ink is what makes it special. It's like color changing ink. Let's see. So here's the man that wears the alien suit. It's a very tall, skinny guy. Let's get out of r/interesting as fuck. I think they finally got me to subscribe to one of the recommended communities. So yeah. I am now a subscriber to Interesting as Fuck. r/memes I'm not too interested in. I only like it because I like comparing it to r/meme economy. Tangent said, apparently newborns know how to swim. What? Know how to swim? I had to learn how to swim when I was like 19 or 20. I learned how to swim like a couple years ago. Monkey said, dang, I'm 17 and I can't swim. Then Tangent said, can we go to r/imaginary gods? r/imaginary immortals is actually inside of my subscription feed. So if there are any new posts, if we just scroll long enough, we'll see some of the new posts as we go through. But I am subscribed to r/imaginary immortals. Let's see. My computer has decided that it wants to die. Me in the middle of doing something important on my computer. I have decided that I want to die. That's okay. Dark Magician Girl struggles with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is okay. And more or less just talks about the subtleties of Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules that's hard for beginners to understand. r/mildly interesting. This moth that landed on my finger. The moth looks so, like, not real. Something about it makes it look like a magical creature. Let's see. Tangent said it's a reflex so they don't drown. So babies just reflexively swim. And then Tangent said, well, can we go? Can we just go straight to r/imaginary gods? Then Nani said, swimming is easy. You just need to exercise and not get tired so fast. And the Tangent said, I feel like what's difficult about swimming is that you just may not know how to do it. There's like a difference between just being fit allows you to survive and using your fitness to like do a skill. For example, when I first learned how to swim, me and my friend Ray, who's like super into the gym, Ray is like one of the buffest people I know. He's hella fit, but Ray also didn't know how to swim. We both tried to walk to the sandbar because we talked to a couple women on the beach who said it was within walking distance, so that we didn't have to swim to get to it. The water got too high, the tides got too rough, and we couldn't just walk to the sandbar. And we were in between like back to safety on the beach in the sandbar, and we're both like floating in the water trying to like keep ourselves above the water because neither of us neither of us knew how to swim at the time. We had to on the fly learn how to swim. We're on a beach that like didn't have like a lifeguard or anything, so it was like you either learn to swim and go to the sandbar, or learn to swim and like get back to land, or don't learn to swim and like get fucked. So me and Ray had to like learn how to doggy paddle more or less to get ourselves like back to shore. So just because you're super fit doesn't mean you know how to swim. You need to like understand what you need to do to swim. Let's see. Let me jump up. Monkey said, nah, that's not the problem. It's just hard to maintain buoyancy for me. Then Tangent said, you still gotta learn. And then Nani said, I swim in lakes and stuff, not in pools. Then Tangent said, water bugs. Then he said, bork. Then he said, wait, what sound does a wildebeest make? And then Monkey said, boar. And he said, I don't know. And then Tangent imitated the boar. And he said, it sounds kind of accurate. So you wanted to check out r/imaginary gods. Have you seen r/imaginary immortals? I feel like it's like the same thing, but kind of better. Excuse me. So r/imaginary gods has 454 subscribers, and it does have like some pretty cool art of like people's concepts of like gods, right? I've seen like some of this art before. As a matter of fact, am I subscribed to r/? I am. I am just straight up subscribed to r/imaginary gods. I don't feel like people post enough on r/imaginary gods. It's a like smaller community of artists. Now r/imaginary immortals, like I said, is like straight up the same concept, but I feel like people have more creative ideas, and it has like thousands more subscribers. Like it's just better. Like this was posted like 10 hours ago. I just feel like there's a lot more artists on here posting their ideas for like immortal beings. So it also like goes into like spirits and stuff like that, more than just being focused on gods. So I definitely would recommend r/imaginary immortals if you want to see images of people drawing like gods and mystical beings. Let's see. So then Tangent said, can we type r/what we want to see? And he said, I think you showed us r/imaginary gods before. Yeah, r/imaginary immortals I think is just better. Look at that. Look at that. Matt would love that. I don't know how you feel about the Christmas part, but Matt would love that design. It's edgelord as fuck. Let's see. Let's see. Tangent said 5 of us. 3 haven't liked. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Suspense. Going back through the Reddit stream. Ask Reddit, what's the most real relationship advice you can give? I want to see what a gold or silver thing would be for this. Monkey said, dun, 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 dun. Feel free to smash that like button if you're interested. Like, if you like the video. Let's see. So, don't expect the other person to be able to read your mind. Be a team, not opponents. And everybody farts at some point. That's an interesting third rule. Here's a silver. When you disagree, remember that you're on the same team. You're supposed to fight a problem, not the other person. Similar to the be a team one that's at the very top. Let's see, silver and gold. Learning how to be bored together is important. You don't have to be on the go, doing stuff and planning stuff and being fun and exciting all the time. It's okay to just sit around and not do anything and not talk to each other. It's not unhealthy, I promise. So that one got silver and gold. People were really vibing with that. Let's see. In an ideal relationship, the contributions are 60-40, where both partners are the one trying to give 60. I feel like I understand where they're coming from. I feel like the best relationships are where both people are trying to like do their best to like give as much as they can. Let's see. Then Tangent said, r/live action Sonic sucks. Is that a real thing? Then Tangent said, 6 of us. He said, any superpowers with drawbacks we would want? Drawbacks? Like, with drawbacks? I don't think people want superpowers with drawbacks most of the time. What's the drawback? Uh, like, is it, like, per power? Most powers suck with drawbacks, just saying. Monkey D. Luffy said, nah, if my girlfriend farted near me, it's game over. He's like, that is it, get out. Excuse me, get out. This person said, my mom asked an elderly couple who had been married for decades what their secret was. They said that they act as if being nice to each other is a competition. And then he said that has always stuck with me. And then Tangent said, like, that we could bear the drawbacks of. I don't know. Name a superpower and I'll tell you what the drawbacks are. Also, my goodness. Superman American Alien number 7 textless cover. That's pretty good. I really like the lighting on that. Yo. Let's see. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn in Lego Movie 2. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that. Oh, someone put up a Who's My Match? Let's see what we got. To me, she looks okay. I imagine that the match will look like an average dude. I think she looks average. I don't think she looks particularly good or particularly bad. I feel like she falls right in the middle. No one has any pictures for her. This shouldn't be hard to find a picture for her. I'm sure they got her. Let's see. r/old school cool. This state of the sub right now with a pic from the 1970s. My mom when she was young and hot. Would you do her? Why would you caption that? When she was young and hot. They just asked people if they would fuck her mom in the past. It's essentially like, if you had a time machine, would you fuck this person's mom? Yo, live chat, would you hit up this person's mom if you had a time machine? Then Tangent said, such as super strength, but after a certain amount of time, you lose it for 2 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The Monkey D. Luffy said, oh, so like All Might? And then he said, like, either random drawbacks. And then Tangent said, who's that? All Might's from the show My Hero Academia, which is a superhero anime. I'd highly recommend it. It's really good. Monkey said, why would you do that to your mom? Then Tangent said, I'd hit that. I do think it seems really inappropriate for you to like post a picture of your mom and be like, would you fuck my mom? Well, let's hit that up. Let's see what people said. I did. Out you came. I'm your father. How's the afterlife? You died 20 years ago. You died 20 years ago? They lost their father like a while back. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Maury. And he said yes. The answer is almost always yes. And it's like people whoring out their elder female relatives for their sweet internet karma. And it's like, yeah, I can't wait for the Carrie Fisher phase to start again. Marilyn Chambers behind the green door. Let's see. It's been like that for a long while. Hence the more suitable title for this sub, r/Oedipus Complex. Oh wait, that's an actual sub. Guess I'm not the only one. And then he said, I thought there was another subreddit that someone made like this a few years ago, but I can't remember the name. Something like r/Pimp My Mom. And he said, yes, I can't remember. Either, and it's driving me nuts. It was r/Bang My Parents. r/Bang My... That's real? What the... Why? Stop. Stop whoring out your parents on Reddit. Why are there Reddits for that? Then Monkey said, yeah, I'd smash too in 1970. Then Tangent said, not as the kid, but as a random dude in the 70s. And Nani's like, lol, Nick. Then Tangent said, would you guys smash Carrie Fisher from the 70s? Carrie Fisher. Who is that? Who is this? Carrie Fisher. Oh, Leia. Leia from the Star Wars movies? Would I smash Carrie Fisher from the 70s? She wouldn't be my first choice. I think that's my answer to that. I had to Google. The name sounded familiar. But I started thinking of Carrie Kelly, who's the female Robin from Batman Returns. I'm like, Carrie Kelly's underage. Carrie Fisher from the 70s? Nah. Not into it. Then Tangent said r/Big Chungus. Then Monkey said, what's next? r/Would you smash my sister? probably a thing. But anyways, we've now hit just about the hour mark of the stream, so I'm going to end the Reddit stream for now. It's like 2 in the morning, and I think I'm going to probably end the stream and relax for a bit. I like how Tangent said r/depends if she's hot. But thank you all once again for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. There's your host, your friend, your boy, JetBlack, the one and only, logging out. Peace. I may or may not do a gaming live stream tonight. If I do, you'll get a notification. If you don't get a notification, it'll pop up in your subscription box. But right now, I think I'm going to probably watch Hunter x Hunter and study for a bit. If not, go straight to sleep. Then Monkey said r/good night, Nick. Thank you kindly, guys. Good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and you smashed that like button. Oop, thanks again. And then Tangent said r/bye and like the vid. Thank you kindly, Tangent. Appreciate it. Nani said wow. Wow. But yeah, thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, JetBlack, the one and only, logging out. I hope everyone's having a wonderful night, and peace.